Pro tip, don't put these in the taillight until you do the bypass and power the taillight off the battery. The generator blew these puppies out when I revved it up. Good thing they're cheap. Hey guys, what in the wide world of sports is going on? If you watched the last video, you know that I picked up a couple of Honda CT70 clones, Ice Bear Champions. Still waiting for paperwork so I can get these things registered, and I don't even know how long the registration process will take, but I wanted to do some minor mods that shouldn't really make a difference in the registration process. I would hope not. Basically, just lighting for the most part, and some handlebars instead of the breakdown bars that come on them. So I will show you what I've done so far, and if any of you are interested in doing the same thing, I'll have some links to the Amazon sites down below for the various parts that I used. Let's check it out. Okay, they're the Ice Bear Champions. Yeah, look at that. So what we've done, or what I've done, actually my wife helped, so yeah. We put some Pro Taper bars on both, right? And I picked up these handlebar mounts off Amazon. I'll have a link for those for you in the description. These are ATV bars. So they have the ATV rise. So if you wanted to get some 7/8 inch, I believe 22 millimeter bars, Pro Taper or what have you with the ATV rise in them, that's what I've done here. You're gonna need to put some risers on them though, right? Because they're gonna be too low. This is gonna end up probably too close to your knee. My wife has decided she wants the blue bike, so no risers on that one. Plus it has a little bit more of a rise in the bars. These bars aren't identical. And being only 4'10", she doesn't have an issue with handlebars hitting her knees. So yeah, basically remove the two bolts from underneath, or nuts rather, to pull the entire assembly off that holds the breakdown bars. And then I took off this, the main nut for the steering stem, and then the two 17 millimeters here, pop this plate off. And here, let's go around, look at the other side. If I can see under there. Yeah, you can probably see right there. You go, right there. There's a bolt going down through the base to the bottom with a nut. Same with that one. And the pins on the little clusters unscrew on these, which is great because normally when you put aftermarket bars on a bike, you end up dremeling it off or cutting it off, but the pins on these are just Allen screws, and you can just back the Allen screw out, and then you've got yourself, just a regular set of clusters here to add to your bars. And you can turn them whichever way you want. There's no location pin in there anymore. They don't spin. They tighten down good enough. Works out pretty good. I'm probably going to replace the throttle, so I might end up replacing this whole little cluster anyway. It just feels kind of hokey. I'm not going to do any of that though until after the bike's registered. Speaking of registering the bike, obviously, yeah, we're going to want to register to ride it on the street. And because of that, I'm a big fan of being visible if you're going to be on the street. So what I did, well, for one, I wired the headlights on these to come on with the key. They run directly off the battery now. And yeah, it has a high and a low beam. And I'll show you how I did that here in a little bit. Big thing I did was change out the turn signals with LEDs, and they are crazy freaking bright, right? I mean, good Lord, that almost hurts. The other thing I did was one of my favorite tail light bulbs. It's an 1157. You can get it off of Amazon. It's LED, but it also has a 3-flash little modulator built in. So it flashes 3 times and stays on. Really handy. I have it on almost any bike that I own that has an 1157 bulb. I added, let's turn this off. Let's open up the seat maybe. If we can do it with one hand, it can be tough. Hold on. So this flasher is a digital flasher. And again, that came from Amazon as well. You can adjust the flash rate on it if you want. If it's not fast enough or too fast, there's a little screw in the bottom you can adjust. But that allows you to use LED bulbs and not hyper flash. This, I think, was $7. I want to say all 4 LED bulbs were $9. And I don't remember what these bulbs, the 3-way flashing bulbs for the taillight, the 1157s, they come as a pair. So I want to say they're $9 as well. I don't know. The links will be down in the description, and you can click on that and check out how much they cost, right? But yeah, so that's what we've done so far. I do have suspension mods and stuff that I want to do, but would involve removing that sticker that says the bike is compliant with California emissions, and I don't want to do that. I'm going to leave them just like they are right here until they've been graced with a license plate. Oh yeah, and I had a spare set of a service handguards. I tossed them on there. Kind of funny. But that's where we are with that. And so let me take this headlight off and show you how I wired the headlight to come on with the key. There's plenty of videos online to do it. I'll just show you the way I did it. It works. It's not anything that's permanent. I can unplug the little harness I made and plug it back in to be stock if I want, which is what I prefer to do. So let's check that out. All right, as one YouTuber has said, there's probably 1,000 different ways to do this, but on an Ice Bear Champion, the headlight runs off a generator wire. And because of that, let's see if we can find it. It's right here. It's that yellow wire right there. Right in the middle here. And on the other end of the harness, it connects to this blue and white. What you can do is find the orange and black that comes out of the harness. Like, here's one right here. I think there's 2 in here actually. Anyway, here's one right here. Orange is key on power. Yellow is generator power. So you can make a little harness like I did here. So it has bullet connectors on each end so it can plug into the orange and the black. Then you end up with a connector on the other end that will connect to the wire you pulled out of the other harness. I actually have a wiring kit, so I mean, because I work on motorcycles all the time, so I'll be adding another 2-pin connector. You could literally make another jumper here and go around and have 2 outputs, right? One to power the headlight and another one to power any accessory you might have. It'd be kind of cool. I probably should have thought about that. Anyway, just wanted to show you what I did. Again, you find the white on white 6-pin, and you find the yellow wire, which is that one right there. On the other end, this blue and white wire, you can just pull it out. It'll come right out. Then reassemble it in your own connector, or somehow make a connector like this, right? Connect these 2 wires together. I don't want to damage the stock harness, so I want to be able to undo everything that I do. And then on the other end, you get your 2 bullet connectors. They're going to splice in right here on this orange and black. So many wires. Here, there's the orange and black right there. And that should turn the key on, or turn the headlight on when you turn the key on. Okay, here it is all plugged in, right? Black here, orange here. Extra lead coming out, going into the plug I made to power the headlight. Remember, the blue and white came out of the white on white 6-pin, right there. The other end of it would have been the orange, or the yellow rather, generator wire. You don't want to power with the generator, you want to power with the battery, so you have to splice into the orange and black there. Headlight button back up. Let's see what happens. Key on. Ooh, look, headlight on. High beam. That's a high beam. That's a low beam. Do we still get a blue indicator? We do. So everything's good. Running off the battery now instead of the generator. And here are the parts that were replaced for LED lights, right? These are the OEM bulbs. And I just bought the short 1156 amber bulbs. Links will be in the description. The flashing 1157s replaced these two tail light bulbs. And here's your stock flasher, which was replaced with the digital flasher. But that's where we are. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you did, thumbs up, share, all that good stuff. Subscribe if you can. There's going to be more mods to come once we have these guys registered. Like I said, I have full aftermarket suspension for one of them. I guess the green one is mine since the wife picked the blue. I don't know that she needs aftermarket suspension, only being 115 pounds, but I might. I don't know. I have an extended swing arm, better shocks, and some upside down forks for the front. As far as the engine itself, I'm probably going to leave it stock. It's not a racehorse. Never going to be a racehorse. They run fine the way they are. They're a little lean because of the California emissions, but it's fine. I don't mind. But yeah, you guys have a good one, and I'll check you later.